When the whole world is against you, this means God is on your side. When nothing seems to work out, when nothing seems to go your way, that becomes the way. What is in the way must become the way, because what else is there to do? What will complaining do for you? What will nagging your mind do for you? Regret, sorrow, fear. What will that do for you? It will do nothing but make an already imaginary problem even more powerful in your mind when it doesn't even exist. You know, there's people and cultures who live in little tiny villages and they have nothing compared to what you have, and to them that's normal. But if we lose a certain thing, it's the end of the world. If we lose a job, if we lose an apartment, if we lose friends, if we lose our toothbrush, or lose even our phone charger, we start losing our minds. But there's people who have none of that stuff, and to them it's not a problem. They might have other problems, not to say that they're perfect, but when it comes to that material things, the things that you hate, people view it as a luxury. The situations that you're in, people view it as a luxury. So the beauty of the sages is that they show that a God is not only in heaven on a throne. A God is a God anywhere. Even though Lord Ram was cheated out of his kingdom, he did not hold animosity. Even though his evil stepmother lied on him, he did not hold animosity. Because what can they take away when he had nothing in the first place? Yes, Lord Ram felt sorrow when the demons attacked his friend and killed his friend. But Ram knew that karma would have her day eventually. The goddess would have her day eventually. So just know that whenever the material side seems to be winning against the spiritual, that is only a temporary illusion. Because like I have said before, even the greatest wars end in peace. And however they have to be ended, whether violently or non-violently, in the end they end in peace. So whatever way you have to get peace, you have to get peace. Don't be concerned about what others think you should do or others' morality, because people are hypocrites. They'll do the same thing that you did, or they'll have a benefit that you did not have, and they'll make fun of you for not having that benefit or for doing the same thing that they did. See, people don't care about the truth. They care about feeling right. They care about feeling better than you. And then you start to impress in your mind those feelings that other people try to force on you. And then you start to lose your sense of self and your beingness. But the beauty of your true being is it's not based on anything. It is as it is. How many lords do you know are banished from a kingdom and still respected throughout history? Like Lord Ram. But you know why? Because he was not a king because he had a kingdom. He was a king whether he was in the sky, whether he was on the ground, whether he was in the forest, or on his future throne. Now, some may ask, how did Lord Ram gain this tranquility? Well, he had his guru Vashishta. And Vashishta had trained Ram to be beyond this nonsense, beyond this game. And that's the beauty of having a guru, is that egotistical people, they don't find any joy in having a guru because their egos can't find joy unless they're number one. But the beauty of Lord Ram is that even though he's so highly celebrated and gives inspiration to millions today, even he still had a guru. Only the person who has no pride can have a guru, because only the man who has no pride can be detached from life. The problems that we have in life are due to pride, due to attachment to the body, attachment to results, attachment to things being a certain way. The only way we can let go of this attachment is letting go of who we think we are. I know it's so easy to hold on to frustration and anger and fear and worry. And it's almost easier to let it go. Because when we have all this regret and frustration, I know we tell ourselves, well, I'm going through this, I deserve to feel this way. But that's not you feeling something. Before the circumstance, you didn't feel this way. After the circumstance, now you feel this way. So that means you're letting a circumstance have power over your mind. Why? Because you identify with this body. You identify with the subtle body, which is your thoughts, and the gross body, which is your physical body. Once we go beyond all that, there's nothing. There's no thing. But the only way we can get to this point is by having devotion. Devotion to something beyond ourselves, beyond this world. We have to be that person that, even if we became king, the first thing we would think of is how we can use that money that we gained being a king to spread the Dharma, to spread true knowledge. Because Osho had this beautiful quote: if you want to know about love, forget about love and seek meditation. Because meditation is honesty, it's vulnerability, it's freedom. And that's the principles of love: vulnerability, honesty, freedom. Because all these things allow you to express love freely and love yourself without reservation and love others without reservation. But when you do not have these three things, then you can only pretend to love. That's why Osho says, don't worry about love. Worry about meditation. There'll be moments in life where things will happen that you did not expect to happen. Think about it. Did Lord Ram expect to lose his kingdom right after he was told by his father he'd be inheriting it? In the end, the evildoers will not win. Whether the evil is this material world that takes from people and rarely gives back, or whether it's evil people who seek to destroy you, whether mentally or physically, they cannot win. Because there will be brothers and sisters on your side if you trust God and stick with truth, like Bharata, who was on Lord Ram's side and stuck with Lord Ram, even when he lost his kingdom. Bharat gave up his kingdom because he said, this is Lord Ram's kingdom. You gave it to me by cheating. For a backstory, Bharata and Lord Ram were brothers, but they had different mothers. So the mother cheated Lord Ram out of his throne to give her son the throne, Lord Ram's stepmother. And Bharata found out about this and he was disgusted. He said, I'm king, but I am not truly king. And that's somebody who sticks with truth. And Bharat promised Lord Ram to watch over his kingdom, but when he said, Lord Ram, when you're done from exile, I'm giving it back to you. And that's truth. That's a man who's whole in himself. He doesn't need a kingdom to feel whole in himself. Being aligned with truth is enough for him. And others may say to him, I could never do that. I can never give up a kingdom. Listen, Lord Ram, a lot of people would do that. Lord Ram, hey man, you lost your chance, man. It's my turn. Sorry. It wasn't meant for you, bro. Because Bharat didn't have to give the kingdom back to him. He didn't have to. He could have just took it for himself. He could have betrayed Ram and turned his back, but he didn't. Because he knows the spiritual always wins over the material and the demons. Why would he stick to a temporary kingdom when he can have an eternal kingdom with Lord Ram, in truth and in God? Neem Karoli Baba had this beautiful quote: truth is the hardest sacrifice. People hate the truth. They will call you many names. They may even kill you. But if you stick with truth, God will always stand with you. And I know it's hard. The society will constantly be in your ear telling you should do this, you should be that. They'll make up lies about you. Even though you're heading up, they'll say you're going down to try to keep you down. But when you know you are neither up nor down, how can somebody keep you down? You're limitless. You're like the flying Dakini. You are that flying Dakini. Limitless and free. Don't be burdened by this mind or this world or fear death. If you stick with the Dharma, you may go through pain, but you will always be saved from that pain. Understand, nothing can harm this body, and nothing can touch this body. My devotee is not touched by luxury or homelessness, by wealth or poverty, by happiness or sadness. They remain as they are. Because they are as they are is not dependent on not a damn thing. Don't be dependent on anything for your happiness. Be happy in and of itself. Be love in and of itself. Be rich in and of itself. Chögyam Trungpa told this story about the Buddha. One of the Buddhas, but the most popular one, Siddhartha Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha. And he said, and when the Buddha became enlightened, the Buddha took a bunch of pieces of clothes together and put them on, a bunch of rags and just put them on. And when he was walking past people, they would be like, wow, what a beautiful outfit. But it was just a bunch of garments thrown together. And Sage Chögyam Trungpa told a story about how even though there was a bunch of garments put together, people viewed him as a classy man, a man of elegance. So even if you lose everything, it really means you have gained everything. The Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, realized his inner kingdom. So will you realize your inner kingdom, or will your kingdom be based on the outside, where any war and any tyrant can come and take it? An illusion. Like Sage Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. Carry that with you. Carry that devotion with you. Like Lord Ram, carry your guru's teachings with you. The reason Lord Ram was able to survive in the forest is because he learned from his guru detachment and renunciation. No matter how beautiful this world is, no matter how good things seem like they're going, it's all an illusion. You have to remain devoted to the truth beyond the illusion. Please, I beg you, or you will suffer. I'm telling you, you'll try to run away from the Dharma, you'll try to run away from detachment, and detachment will smack you right in the face. So face it head on, and it can't touch you.